Join us on another adventure with Wild and Free,
Interior Alaska.
This time we are just going out with just my husband, the dogs, and I. We left the boys with the grandparents because we're just going out for one night, hoping to just bring out the last of the dressers before conditions change. We won't be able to get out here for the next month. We have other things that we've got to tend to, such as work and looking after my in-laws' pet while they are back in New Hampshire. So with that said, we are trying to bring out those dressers before the conditions really change. And meanwhile, there's a few people out here caribou hunting. Lucky people who won that lottery. And I'm hoping, if anything, that they've kind of made a track for us. But we anticipate with this heavy load getting stuck coming out of the valley again. So stay tuned.
Well, we made it out of the valley without any issues. Luckily enough, hunters had come through. It was a well-packed trail. We didn't get stuck for once.
You saw us bring out the dressers, two others, so one of them's right there for now. The other two are over there. And this last one, we're gonna put over here. So first we're gonna have to cut off this insulation. Before the dog crate and the tools were here, the dog crate is now over there. We're either gonna cut this top to size or just leave it as is, but that's the new nightstand. So making space and saving space. Let's see how it looks in the end. We're gonna have a big mess soon because we're gonna go through all these totes. Step 1, remove the sill seal that's been hiding behind our totes of tools. Eventually there will be a window there. That's where the other window will be. We finished organizing everything and decided to test out our organization by immediately pulling it back out and jumping into this project, which I decided after you saw the dog crate doubling as my nightstand that I wanted to cut it to size for the top. So that's what we're about to do. This will be fun. Yay! Oh, a little bit of glue. It'll be good to go, but our glue's frozen. So, also, these batteries are champs because they stay out here in the freezing cold cabin, and every time we can just be good to go. Here it is. So before there was 3 totes, a whole bunch of crap, always stacked up there, kind of taking up a lot of space, but definitely freed up the space some. Eventually we'll get a little shed outside. And now the dog crate is over here, doubling as a nightstand. Once our glue warms up, we'll glue that little edge back on. But we just really made so much more space over here. One small little change. Notice anything different here? Yeah, look at that. If you want one, you know where to find one. Check out the comments. I'll be sure to drop a link. We're out here without our kids today. Just one night, came out during the day. Was super easy. Made it just fine. Got a few things done. Getting this place warmed up.
Damn it. We're real YouTubers now. We have merch.
We'll work on that.
Watch the ball. Watch it.
That's even better. Where'd it go?
Where is it? You get it? Get your ball. Where's your ball?
You can do it.
Get
Go
it.
ahead.
Is it in the bucket? Is it easier this way? Where is it? Get your ball.
Go ahead and get
Why
it.
can't you get it?
Get
It's
it.
not that hard.
He won't put his head in there. He's like, that's not mine. He knows. He says, it doesn't belong to me. He's a gentleman. And she loves you. Going to have some steak, potatoes, and veggies for dinner. Steaks just came out of the oven, and now we're going to sear them in a moment. We got our water that's gonna start boiling for our potatoes, and we've got corn on the back. Well, I guess mixed veggies tonight. Sounds like a jet engine landing. A tea kettle went off. Dinner is served. I'm going to attempt to show you the moon, but I don't know if I can get this to focus on video. Probably not. It's a nice full moon. I'll throw a picture in there. Breakfast this morning is this very squashed pan of cinnamon rolls. And since it's just the two of us, we're gonna dig in with our forks, or we're gonna share straight out of the pan. So while he is out cutting down some of the dead trees or grabbing a down tree for firewood for the next visit, I always am in here finishing up dishes and cleaning up the kitchen from breakfast, and then I'll clean up the cabin. Then I'll get dressed, go out and help when we are cutting it up and stacking. So in the meantime, just show you a little bit what goes on. I will do dishes. So we have a bucket under here, a 5-gallon bucket. That right now collects everything. Start by giving these a little rinse. All right. Then I will wash them. Next time we do laundry, I gotta remember to wash all of our cloths. I keep just sticking them in a little bin for next time to wash, but I didn't think of that. But I will. They won't be too hard or use too much water. And honestly, it's really hard to just not stand here and look out the window and stare at the mountain and see if I see any caribou out there crossing through. There's a few people out caribou hunting right now, and it's a really common area, but because the population was dwindling a little bit, they're doing a little bit more control this winter hunt, so it was by lotto only, which it never has been. So you had to put in for it, and then if you were lucky enough, you would be able to come out for the winter season, which was significantly shortened, and try to get a caribou. The problem is, they're really not around here. So in November, we saw them, which normally would have been winter season in November, and we saw them, on our way out. You'd see little herds or tons of evidence of herds, or we saw them on our game cameras coming through. There's prints all around our cabin. But honestly, we haven't seen them since. And the reason that they didn't open it then is because they were too prevalent in the area still from the fall hunt, which ends in August. Starts in August, usually only open about 5 days, and ends. And then winter generally opens, I believe it's like the end of October through March, or whenever the quota is met. But this winter, they held off trying to figure out what they were going to do, just to make sure that there wasn't going to be too much overhunting of the population to allow it to grow. I mean, there's like, I don't know, 40,000 of them, some crazy number, but they didn't have as much resources some other years, so we were trying to thin the herd because it was like overgrazed. But now that's improved. Obviously, our wildland conservation is a pretty big deal here in Alaska, and any game and hunting rules are, so you want to make sure you follow them. They're very strict and for good reason. But yeah, so there's a few people out here, that just opened up on February 2nd, I believe, for those few hundred that got the opportunity. And so it's kind of nice because for once we weren't the only people maintaining this trail or breaking a trail. There was actually people who came out ahead of us this weekend and made it a little bit more visible again and packed down some of the areas that we got stuck in and made it a little easier to get out here. But anyways, what I'm getting at is every time I'm doing dishes, I will just look out this window and just kind of search for caribou to see if they are coming out of the valley or crossing over the ridges, because that's what they do. And it's honestly the coolest thing when you just see like a whole herd just move over a ridge, and it's amazing how well they can like traverse through these conditions. Like, I don't know how they do it, but they do, and they do it flawlessly. So when I'm doing dishes, that's usually what I'm doing. It's just checking out the view, and yeah. So this is part of my normal routine in the morning when he's getting the trees to bring them back over here for us to cut, split, and stack. So thanks for joining me on my morning routine. Before I'm about to go out and help with some firewood, just want to kind of give you a look around the cabin for this weekend in the daylight. So as you remember, there was all those totes. Now it's a beautiful little dresser filled with tools instead. Still one tote with lots of big things, and eventually we will get a shed built. Got our new nightstand set up. Some dressers there. Another dresser over there. The top one's got all of our first aid stuff in it. And of course, our kitchen. Hopefully you can hear me while he's doing firewood, but you see this glue? Yeah, it's kind of solid and it didn't really thaw. So I'm trying to use the backside of a spoon to get some out, to kind of spackle it in between there and hope it sticks. Let me show you a little bit better result. So you see all that glue? Kind of just spackled it on there. So then we'll see what happens. I'll try to clamp it down. By clamp, I clearly meant duct tape. So when in doubt, reuse some duct tape that you used to get out here. Note to self, should bring some out. We'll see how it does.
All right, got that whole tree out. A little winded, had my exercise in. Now time to bring it back to the cabin, process it, stack it. We'll see, I think I'll probably need a little bit more than this, just so we don't have to worry about it next time. I'm already out here doing it. Definitely was.
Oh, cool. I'm going up even higher on this little thing.
Oh.
Woo! Did I just cave in?
I don't know. I think you broke that free though.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think I broke free. Definitely did break free over here. What's up there? All those corners that I want to try. How's it looking? Did I make it over there?
Yeah.
Even the front top?
Yep. There you go.
Now we just got to put back on that piece.
So the flaw in the system of pulling the snow off the back is the access port for the 55-gallon drum we use to poop into is on the back. And we plan on burning that kind of like the last winter trip out. So we're going to have a heck of a job shoveling all this snow so we can get it out. But that's a future problem.
You gonna fall on me?
Maybe.
No. Alright, now for the icicles. Maybe holding it. Good. Well. Think it's gonna break free?
I'm a little worried you're going to break something else.
Maybe. Oh, that's solid. Yeah. That's solid right there.
Yeah, maybe just leave it.
Maybe, but it's satisfying. Whoa, how short I am now. Got some. I think I got my safety goggles on.
Yeah.
That is an owl. See that cute little guy up there? An owl.
Thanks for joining us.
Give us a like and subscribe and follow for our next adventures on Wild and Free.
Interior Alaska.